Hey there, Assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome back for another amazing video. Today we're going to be talking about real estate and investing in real estate. Real estate is a phenomenal way of doing generational wealth, transferring wealth to your next generation and continuing your dynasty of those fine finances. So today we're going to be talking about one of the research tools that I use, which is called the Bubble Index, and kind of tells me where the opportunity is for investments. So without any further ado, let's get this video started. So as you guys can see, this is the UBS Global Real Estate Bubble Index. This is a research done by UBS. It's a bank which is respected internationally in regards to what's happening with real estate across the globe. Now, when you go through this report, it encompasses various methods that they're using to see the bubble part of these specific cities. They talk about various cities and the most major cities across the world. So I'll show you guys that right now. Here you guys can see this. This is the UBS Global Real Estate Bubble Index. Here you can look at the top cities we're talking about, and the top, the more red it is, the worse it is. So if you guys can see the legend down here, bubble risk, overvalued, fair valued, and undervalued. So we're just gonna kind of brief through this very quickly. So no shocking news here. I'm gonna skip Frankfurt, but Toronto. It's a huge bubble here, man. It's such stupidly high bubble, and so it's in the two digits, which means it is a big bubble risk. Whereas you'll see the ones below are more fair value. And we're gonna just go through this quickly. So Hong Kong, Munich, Zurich, Vancouver, again, Canadian market. Certain Canadian markets are just stupid. Even I think a part of Calgary's is stepping into this bubble parts because it doesn't make sense why they're so overvalued. Paris, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Sydney, yeah, makes sense. Miami, Geneva, London. Yeah, I was in London. Man, London, I don't know what's going on there. Tiny places. We're talking about, these little tents, super expensive. Like I was like, come on. And this kind of like when you go through this entire report, obviously I'm not going to go through this entire report right now with you guys. You guys will see that they're look at a lot of different factors, and I'll kind of go through this with you. But what I do want to focus on is this part right here, not the Warsaw, but look right below it, Dubai. Dubai, even for the 2020 version, was undervalued. And this year, while I was at Dubai, there's a lot of factors that play into why I think it's a huge opportunity. So let's just look at the number right now. So 0.57. 0.57 means it's undervalued. So opportunity. Anything that's undervalued is an opportunity. This year when I was in Dubai, I saw the potential of what this market could have. Anywhere within that region of Asia, even the Russian Federation or Southeast Asia, anywhere around that area that could have a little bit of conflict or any issues that happen, people from those countries which have money all go to Dubai. Dubai is their home for, a peaceful place rather than being in these areas. So, for example, when I was in Dubai, the Russia-Ukraine conflict started, or I don't want to get this video thing. So the conflict started of some sort. There were so many, Ukrainians and Russians, and especially businesses from there coming there to register and go there. Crypto, let's talk about crypto. When India banned crypto, or not banned, sorry, put a 30% tax on crypto, guess what happened? Majority of their successful crypto projects, which is a lot of them, moved to Dubai because they're like, oh, it's, they're more accepting, they're willing to work with us. They're most likely not going to have high taxes. We're not going to have any taxes at all. So why not just move there? And they're more accepting of using crypto as a form of payment within that area. When I mean Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Sharjah and those areas. So UAE. And so this is what they mean by Dubai, that this is a huge opportunity. In other words, we're looking at a potential investment that will do very well. Now, a lot of people have this perception that Dubai is it's a very expensive place. The place itself has two angles. So there's an expensive side and there's a non-expensive side. If you want to live on the expensive side, for sure, you can be spending a good chunk of your income there. But if you want to live in the non-expensive side, you can also do that. You can find an apartment in Dubai, which is $100,000. And I'm talking about CAD here, or USD even, $100,000. And if you want, you can find an apartment there which is worth $500,000. But the reason why I truly believe that it's undervalued is because waterfront properties, with the lifestyle that you get in Dubai, should be probably worth twice as what they are right now. For example, when I was there, I saw properties 1.3 million, 1 million. One second, just for everybody, for the channel. You gotta like, come on, you gotta share, you gotta subscribe. You've been watching these videos, you gotta do all this stuff. I'm teaching you how to make that MashAllah money. Inshallah, you make that MashAllah money. And we're talking about dirhams here, okay? So we're not talking about dollars right now, but I'm talking, when you convert it, it's whatever amount of dirhams divided by 3.75, because that's what they have pegged to the US dollars. So, that building, if you do the conversion, we're looking at roughly, give and take, 350,000 to 375,000 US dollars, roughly. For, for, and this is waterfront property, right? And this is, I can talk about, some of them were actually, standing alone, townhouses, or, they call them villas or bungalows, but they really are townhouses, and they're row houses. And, apartments also. There were apartments that were worth 1.3 million AED, or 1 million AED, even less than that. There's some that were worth 900,000, and this, if you convert it, it's like 250 to 375,000 US dollars. That property anywhere in Canada or anywhere around the world, or in an equivalent space, lifestyle of living, is nowhere near that cost. It's so much more expensive. So Dubai is not as expensive as you think. Stop going with this perception, and learn what the real cost is. So I would say, connect with the real estate agent, and learn in regards to what is the true cost of living there. Now, if you are interested in Dubai and want to learn a lot, I am connected with a lot of real estate agents. Obviously, I told you guys I'm in a journey. I'm learning so much. I'm doing things. I'm investing. I'm trading. Blah 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 blah. If you want to be linked with the same guys that I'm linked with, these guys are in offices all across the world. They're not doing just real estate in Dubai. They're doing real estate in UK, Dubai, in Pakistan, Turkey, and other countries. They have offices everywhere. So they're trustworthy because they're registered in America. They're registered in Dubai, and they're also registered in UK. But UK is their home, right? So you already know it's a Western company. You're not going to have those issues. If you want to get connected with them, email me, DM me on my Instagram or my TikTok. You can email me. I'll put my email below too. You can find the email in the about section in this channel, and I'll connect you to the right people. You can learn from them and then decide what you want to do. Anyway, I'm going to go through a little bit more of this index. So now, the rising prices in most cities is an index that kind of goes into how is the changes happening over the next few years. Now, this report doesn't just stop there. It goes into a lot of different things. We're talking about focusing on Europe, focusing on United States, focusing on Canada. Look, guys, see this bubble index report. This, Canada and me have a interesting moment when it comes to real estate. And then you can see the Middle East, right? And you'll realize that Middle East shows a lot more potential when it comes to in regards to the current situation. And if you kind of zoom in here, you'll see here, this is the Dubai. It did at one point go to 1.5, where it showed signs of being a little bit overvalued, but now went back down to its normal state. Now this is where you talk about, okay, this is opportunity, because it's at its lowest of bubble. And so which means it's gonna go up for sure. Obviously, non-financial advice. Do not quote me. Do not come back to kill me. They also look into price to income, which is very cool because it shows you, the potential of what you make and what's just the cost of where you're living. And look into this. Obviously, I told you guys I can't go into details of this. Price to rent, same stuff. And then it goes into details of each location and, all that fun stuff. Anywho, we're going to start recording here. And I'm going to just kind of summarize what my overall opinion of this is. Since I was at the city, I've lived there. I've seen what the potential is there. When it comes to lifestyle, everything about Dubai and all that stuff. So overall, I'd say, listen, we have to start thinking about what the next 10, 20, 30 years looks like when it comes to real estate. You don't look at real estate as a right now investment unless if it's residential. You have a job in a certain location, you have to physically go to that location to work. I understand. You buy into a residential place for living and comfort, 100%. But if you're looking at investments, you're looking at 10, 20 years because you have to think about various aspects of survivability, tourism, demand, supply, potential of how the technology is going to change, a million factors. When you summarize all these things up, I think Dubai is a place where you can look into investing and you kind of get an aspect of all these things which will equal a higher demand. For example, high tourism. Whenever something happens around the world, people tend to go towards Dubai. Whenever there's two, three countries that cannot come to a conclusion on a certain conflict, they look into Dubai. So things like this is which shows high demand for this area. Plus, they're pushing very hard. When I was in Saudi and I was in Dubai, make sure I can tell you this one. The Arab region is pushing so hard for their generation to be into tech, for the future unicorns to be created. They're pushing very hard for that region to have its own Apple, IBM, Google, everything. And so when they're pushing that hard on their own people and working that strongly towards their own people, their people are gonna come out to create some next products and next level solutions, which is gonna bring a lot of value and finances to those specific locations. And when they're already not taxed, that there's gonna be demand to go and stay there. Or one, to stay there. Two, if you're not already there, like I said, India's quite a bit of crypto projects came there. And because it's a massive mixing pot, like Toronto is, like New York is, like Silicon Valley is, there's so many different people with so many different diverse thoughts and opinions. We got a lot of. I think the stats on this is that only 11% of the Emirati, like Dubai community, is actually Emirati. The rest are internationally, they've migrated there, and Dubai is showing signs of accepting people more and more because they are, giving away 10-year visas, right? It's like a citizenship, to be honest, but it's not a citizenship yet. I do foresee maybe in 10 years or 20 years, Dubai opening up to giving citizenship because if they truly want to keep people there and make them passionate and patriotic about their country, they need to give citizenships. And we're talking about real citizenships, not just visas. They do give some certain people right now citizenships, which is like a select few. You have to be in certain category. And so, there is an opportunity, but in the 10 years, I think they're going to focus on making it a normality. With all that inclusive, if you guys are interested in Dubai or just in more about real estate, let me know in the comments. Reach out to me, email me, Instagram me, whatever, and we can talk more about this specific study. It's phenomenal studies, and there's many of them out there. Do spend time reading this type of stuff because they change your mind and they give you a realistic perspective on what's going on across the world when it comes to investments. Hope you guys like the video. Like, share, subscribe. Share this with your friends who are thinking about moving or thinking about where to invest, thinking about anything in regards to real estate. Share this with them and tell them to stop buying in Toronto and buy overseas. And reach out to me if they need help in doing that. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. Do subscribe, like, share, hit that bell icon for notifications. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content. I'll be uploading more stuff in all of these social media websites. Thanks.